The Persians, also known as the Iranians, are an Indo-European people who originated in the Iranian plateau. They speak Persian, which is also called Farsi or Dari, depending on where you are. And they have two of the most famous ancient empires under their belt, the Achaemenid and the Sassanian. Today we're going to talk about the first one, the Achaemenid Empire, which was founded by Cyrus the Great in 559 BCE. The empire reached its greatest extent under his successors, including the famous King Darius the Great, who reigned from 522 to 486 BCE. The empire stretched from Central Asia all the way to the Mediterranean Sea and from the Caucasus Mountains to the Arabian Peninsula. It was the largest empire in the world at the time. The Achaemenids were masters of administration and organization. They introduced the world's first postal system and a standardized system of weights and measures. But perhaps their greatest achievement was the construction of the Royal Road, a 1,700-mile highway that connected the empire's vast domains. It took 75 years to complete and was lined with 110,000 mile markers, each one bearing the royal seal of the empire. Along the road were also inns for travelers and postal stations for the mail service. And it's still there today. You can walk along parts of it in Iran and Turkey. The Achaemenids were polytheistic and believed in a supreme god, Ahura Mazda, who was the god of truth, light, and order. Their religious tolerance was also remarkable. Cyrus the Great issued a famous edict granting religious freedom to all subjects of the empire and prohibiting forced conversions. The Jews, Christians, and Zoroastrians, that's followers of the prophet Zoroaster, they all flourished under his rule. The empire's decline began with the death of Darius the Great. The following centuries were marked by internal strife, corruption, and the rise of external threats. In 330 BCE, the empire was conquered by Alexander the Great. But the story of the Persian people did not end there. They continued to thrive, and they eventually established another great empire, the Sassanian, which we'll talk about in the next episode. Meanwhile, if you want to learn more about the Achaemenid and other ancient empires, check out the series in the description below. It's a brilliant and engaging introduction to the subject. Each episode is only about 15 minutes long, and it's easy to understand. I finished all of them in less than a day. My favorite episodes are about the Mongols and the Romans, but they're all great. So give it a watch, and thanks for watching.